welcome to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what does and leave the rest for somebody else, okay? Also keep in mind that gender is fluid in tarot, as is. So just please take things at surface level and place yourself where you fit. I do, however, use gender neutral language as much as possible on this channel in order to make my readings more inclusive, okay? So, what else do I like to say usually? Oh yeah, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe before you leave my channel. That really is the way that the channel grows. Y'all are truly the backbone of the channel. You're the heartbeat, right? So, it's the bread and butter of YouTube. Make sure that you click those buttons, okay? All right. Go ahead and get into your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. Wow, the Fool immediately. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Justice in reverse. We are deeply grateful, Spirit, and we know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide the collective spirit for their highest good, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward into this reading. Thank you. Okay, 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is a pretty interesting spread already. We're going to take this in the upright. Came out sideways, but we'll take it in the upright. Oh, honey. Okay. All right. So quick disclaimer. As always with tarot, tarot gets real deep real fast. Okay. And if you are not comfortable with that, by all means, you know, but I really recommend that, that you open your ears to all messages that that are coming to you, right? And especially, I'm a smaller channel. If you found this video, it's probably for you. I mean, that's the way that I see it at this point in time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Justice in reverse. Now, this to me is speaking of 2 different messages here. Potentially, you experienced some injustice in the past, all right? And it led to a certain level of imbalance in your life. All right. So now that something has already happened and you can't change it, you know, now you're just left to pick up the pieces. And it is very unfair. And it's unjust. It's not okay. Right. So I'm sorry if that's you, if you resonate with that. I know many of us do. Right. Somewhere along the line, something happened. Right. Now that's led you to really reassess your approach to life and to people, relationships, etc. You got your sword ready. Like now you're not just happy-go-lucky, let's you know, let's all get along kind of energy. Okay, now you're like, come at me, bitch, come at me. I fucking dare you. You know what I mean? I've been through it. Okay, I've been through the storm. I've been through hell. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very discerning. Okay, but keep in mind also the Queen of Swords can be also very emotionally cold, okay, and very harsh and capable of cutting people out of their life with the slightest infraction, okay? Now that's kind of like the toxic side of the Queen of Swords, which this card came out sideways, so I do take note of that, but it was mostly upright, so I'm just saying that there could be imbalance within you because of resentment, okay, and because of the pain of the past. You can feel, you know, anger and rage, and you may keep strong boundaries up, you know what I mean? And I would never tell you to compromise your boundaries. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, maybe your boundaries are a little bit much, you know, because that's none of my fucking business, okay? But in tarot, Spirit shows me all kinds of shit that's not my business, okay? So basically what I'm saying here is that you know what's best for you, but just be aware, okay, of the imbalance that can ensue when we are wounded from the past, or, you know, maybe at this point you don't feel wounded, you know what I mean? It's not even about that. It's that you have created really, really big, strong walls around yourself potentially, and you may be very emotionally distant and cold from the people in your life, and you may actually be struggling with this now, where that maybe you don't want to have such high walls. Maybe you don't want to be so disconnected from people, but because of whatever happened to you in the past, that's kind of the fortress that you've built for yourself. So you may be in a process of deconstructing that is so interesting that I would say deconstruct, because next out you have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So 2 messages here. Yes, deconstructing, okay? The patterns that you've built throughout the years, because you're recognizing now, like, okay, I think that I've held on to this injustice and it's actually created an imbalance. Does that make sense? That's how I see injustice that persists within our heart and our lives, right? Where we never fully come to terms with it, or, let it go, forgive it, right? Because here's the thing, that's some of the hardest shit to forgive, is when people do you wrong, right? Do you dirty? Hell yeah, that shit's hard to forgive. But here's the thing, is you're not forgiving the person, you're forgiving the experience, right? You can forgive the person to a certain degree, but I'm of the belief that, like, release their energy, right? Release their spirit, release them from the not from accountability, but it's kind of like release them from your heart. Don't let them have that power over you anymore. So you can release them and say, that person to me energetically is just trash, because I just need to take out the trash. Like, I'm sorry. It's not like being like, go to hell and carrying that hate. It's not about hate. Do we hate our trash after we take it out? No, we fucking forget about it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have power over us anymore, because it's like, I took care of the problem. Now it's gone. Now I can fucking move on to what's next, you know? So this could have actually held up your progress, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This could have held up your progress. It could be that you need to do the work, okay? And I know this is annoying, especially if you need to do the work. That can be really annoying to hear, especially if it rings true and you feel a little ping in here going, fuck. You know what I mean? I am fucking resentful and pissy about the past. You know? It's like, yeah, honey, I don't blame you. I spent a lot of years like that, you know? And I'm still getting to my place of peace. Like, I still think about things and get angry. And it's something that I'm working on. You know what I mean? Every time something comes up, I have to remind myself, okay. The past is gone. That happened. I am not happy that it happened, obviously. I want to prevent that from happening again. So I am going to change my behavior. I'm not going to be as trusting, right? I'm going to be more like the Queen of Swords, right? Like, this is a good energy to embody after you've been through hell, okay? Because you're willing to hear people out. You're willing to have visitors, so to speak, in your fortress. But you're also like, if you try and pull any bullshit on me, you're gone. I'm gonna take you out like the trash. You know what I mean? And that's, like I said, I would never tell you that that's wrong. Like, that's natural. That is actually better than being like a doormat and just taking it, you know? So you may have some more work to do, though. And the thing is like, I love y'all. I just want you to know that also. Like, if I ever like talk about things like this and it's difficult and you find yourself starting to get angry at me, okay, slow your roll. Okay, hold your fucking horses, bitch. I am right there with you. All right, please keep that in mind. And I also am here to support you. And I would talk to you about these things if you were a friend of mine and you know what I mean, were displaying these characteristics, or you told me, you know what I mean, that, you know, I'm still so angry. Like, I actually have told my friends before, like, you know that, like, that is just prolonging your pain. Like, that's just hurting you more, because look at how upset you are still after all these years, you know? I'm not telling you to speed your process. I'm not telling you that, you know what I mean, how you feel is wrong, because I empathize with you so much. I actually am really mad that happened to you as well. Like, I'm mad that happened, because look at how much it's impacted you. You know, and that's usually when people start to break down. And it's like, you know, yes, exactly. Let it out, because that's what is needed here. And I feel like that's part of maybe the process that you're going through, is you're recognizing, like, I'm trying to be so strong and I'm trying to be so stern and so powerful so I can protect myself from that pain again. But it's almost like you've healed over the wound. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like festering. So I feel like this is an opportunity, boom, for you to break out. You know what I mean? The Fool card is like being reborn. That's how I see the Fool card, is like starting your journey again, you know, throwing off the shackles and fucking going for it, being able to live life again and say, you know what, I got hurt before and I'm probably gonna get hurt again, but do I want to live my life in a fucking tower? You know what I'm saying? To protect myself. Yeah, you protect yourself from everything, you know, not just the pain. And if anything, it just keeps the pain inside. And so then you're locked in a hell of your own making, essentially, to protect yourself, which is, like I said, natural, okay? But you don't want to stay stuck there. And I don't think you want that either, you know? But it can be scary because you're like, I'm never going to go through that again. Well, guess what? You won't. Your life will go on and new things will happen to you. Maybe even good things will happen to you, you know? It's scary. The Fool's journey is an ups and downs, topsy-turvy type of a journey, you know? Because that's how life is for everybody. You know, we all are going through this shit. But the thing with the Fool card is like you get a chance to begin again. And it's as soon as you learn to let go, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. As soon as you learn to let go of that shit. And it can be like, trust me, here's something that I also acknowledge from the ethers, right? Because spirit helps like guide me through these readings also, but so do you. Like your collective energy and, you know, whoever this video is for, because it's almost like, how do I explain this? I don't want to say that I can feel the future, but I can predict how you might respond to some of the things that I say. And so then it helps me to kind of be like, okay, yeah, and also, so we can build a more well-rounded message so that, you know, you're feeling receptive to it, and you can be like, okay with some of the hard truths that might come out. But one of the things is that you may be working really hard on letting go. Like you may have actually, like, I mean, you may like try and do this, and it's like, I'm trying to let go, you know what I mean? How do I let it go? Because I think I let it go, and then it comes back up, and it's, you know, it's literally, it's a process. It's not a one and done, and it's not easy, and that might be part of the reason why, you know, we take these routes of self-defense rather than of being vulnerable and open. But here's the thing is, wow, that's a crazy message. Spirit fucking knows what's going on for somebody here. So something that I've recently come across and come to understand, which has been such a fucking difficult lesson for me, is that when you close yourself off, you close yourself up and you create blockages. And I know it's gonna be really annoying for some of you, I can already tell. But here's the thing, and like I said, it might be hard, but here's the thing, is that opening yourself up and becoming vulnerable to life again, becoming vulnerable to, I know, I can already feel some of y'all being like, no, resistance. It's like, I get it. But opening yourself up to allow in that new life force energy here, okay? And that will help flush you. That's going to help you let go of the past by letting in the new, because we basically become stuck. And this is how I interpret the word stuck, really, is that when we close ourselves off to bad things, because we're trying to protect ourselves, right? I got a sword on my arm. That's what that represents. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. When you put up your boundaries to protect yourself from bad things, you end up blocking out all things. I know. Because here's what we need to do. We have our sword in our sheath, okay? And then we embrace life open-handed, right? We give people benefit of the doubt. We say, well, I know now. I trust my intuition. I trust my ability to defend myself. I trust my ability to protect myself and to exact justice as needed, right? When we get to that place, we trust ourselves and we trust the universe, right? So that's what trust is. We're showing the universe, okay, I trust you. I know that I'm healing, okay? So I'm scared, but I also want to believe that there's better things out there for me. And so I want to open myself up to it. And it's scary, but I want to be brave, right? Because if you see yourself as the Queen of Swords, you are a brave bitch, okay? Regardless of gender, you're brave as fuck. You know what I mean? So you're capable of facing life, because like I said, there may even be good things for you, you know? So as soon as you do that and you show trust to the universe, you show trust and faith in yourself that if someone does come at you the wrong way, bitch, you got that sword. You know what I'm saying? You got the sword. Okay, you've already learned this lesson, so you already know. And you can already see people's bullshit, and you'd be like, I gave you benefit of the doubt. I had a conversation with you. You tried to steer it in a weird direction. You're trying to belittle me or do whatever weird shit. I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Cut you off. You know what I mean? That's how I am. I'm just like, you show me who you are. You know what I mean? I give you the opportunity to show me who you are. And when you do that, I'm going to believe you. Okay. You's a little bitch. You're not kind-hearted. You don't have compassion, or you're not uplifting and encouraging of the people around you. You suck, you know, because you're blocked up. Instead of getting energy from source, you're trying to take it from everyone around you. Ew. You know, like, I even have compassion for people like that, but I don't have patience for it. I'm not going to give you my fucking energy. If you came to me and said, I have this problem where I suck everyone's energy, I'd be like, okay, yeah, let me coach you through it. You're open to learning. But most people aren't. You know what I mean? Most people are just, they're trapped. And so they're just going to pull you down with them. Like, I'm sorry, but bitch, it's not my job. That sounds like a you fucking problem. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Anyway, see how I get angry? I hope you all understand that I relate to this message. So, okay, let's swing in a different direction. Spirit is wanting me to pull from the sexual tarot, and I don't know why, and that feels funny to me. Really, Spirit? Spirit's like, you can use this one if you want. I swear. Whoa. I'm sorry. Immediately the Queen of Swords. You've got to be fucking playing me. With the King of Pentacles at the bottom. I wonder what that's about. Wow. You know what's so funny? That's a funny message, because the King of Pentacles in this deck really reminds me of, like, Guy Fawkes, like the V for Vendetta mask. That's kind of what it reminds me of, like, maybe this vendetta energy. And there's the High Priestess. You intuitively already know this. You may have already been working on it, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you know? So the next step would be to just, in my opinion, and what the cards are telling me and what Spirit's saying, is to surrender. Completely surrender the work. Because if you feel like you can't get to a place of, you know, letting this stuff go because you've been, wow, that's a crazy message. Spirit's saying if you've been trying, stop trying. That's so funny. Stop trying. Let it go. Let it go. I don't know why I'm getting this, like, very, like, relax your body. Let that shit go and just say, you know what? I surrender. I give it up to you, Spirit. I don't know what to do. Jesus, take the wheel. That's really literally the energy. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm sorry. Ace of Wands. Okay, you are going to have a new beginning. I feel like this is going to happen really quickly. I feel like just, like, all of a sudden you're just going to stop. You're just going to stop with this pattern, you know? All right, Spirit. Any other messages for the collective? Can we get more on this Justice in reverse? Can we get more on this Justice in reverse? Okay. Four of Wands. Wow. Okay, so this may have had something to do with a union or a connection with another person. It could have also affected your home life and your stability. I always see the Four of Wands as the 11-11 card, right? So it was some kind of I even am seeing, like, this little hole in the center of all of these wands together. It's almost like a portal, right? So it's possible that this was, like, a very important time in your life. Maybe, why am I hearing that? Like a coming of age or something. A really important time in your life where you were stepping through a portal, some type of rite of passage almost, and it's like some injustice occurred during that time, or like it's almost like you weren't given this when you were supposed to receive it. Does that make sense? It's also the wedding card, so it could be possible that, like, maybe there was some union or connection or like marriage energy that, like, didn't happen, or you maybe got into a marriage and it was very unjust and like abusive. I don't know. We'll get more on that, because I'm actually wondering what that's about. Holy shit. Justice at the bottom of the deck. Whoa, honey, you're gonna get your justice. Whoa, Spirit, thank you. Holy heavens. Okay, you're gonna get your justice. The Seven of Pentacles, you've been waiting a long time for this to come back around. Not even come back around. You've been waiting a long time for this to be fulfilled, for there to be justice in the situation with the Seven of Pentacles. You've put in the work, and you've waited. Like, you've planted the seeds, as in you've prayed for it, you know, for it to manifest. You have the Star in reverse. This is talking to me about unhealed trauma. And, you know, I always see the Star card as being talking about and relating to our connection with Spirit, our connection with the divine, our dreams, our purpose, our goals, right? Our North Star, our compass, like what guides us, and healing, right? And so it coming out in reverse is feeling to me like there's some unhealed stuff, okay? To put it simply, stuff isn't really the best word to use in this situation, but there's some unhealed wounds here that I feel like have prevented you from really reaching your purpose or reaching towards your purpose, if that makes sense. It could also be blocking up your connection with spirit, because like I was saying with this Queen of Swords, first off, I commend you for protecting yourself and for becoming a bad bitch, because you've been through it and you're like, fuck this. This could even be talking about your parents' marriage, okay? Just throwing it out there for some of you, okay? But for others of you, it's talking about a marriage you got into, or maybe even a marriage that has not happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Like a union that has not happened yet. And in some ways, that's an injustice for you, because we all, I mean, really though, I really do believe that we deserve partnership and connection if that's what we want, you know? And if the world was a more harmonious place, I don't think that would be so difficult for so many people. I think that would be a very natural process. I feel like, you know, we would be naturally brought together, and, you know, we wouldn't spend so much time alone and miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's an injustice, like a worldwide injustice. Maybe even, I'm getting the most ridiculous messages. It's not ridiculous, actually. It's not ridiculous. But kind of like, that's kind of the injustice of like the family. There's that devil in reverse, honey. I feel like you really are getting released from this somehow. Like justice is coming for you. Something is about to change, and this is why this is all coming up now. You can feel this with the High Priestess. I feel like you can feel this. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get some more on this Queen of Swords? Any other messages on this Queen of Swords? Thank you. Wow, Nine of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. We love to see it. Wow. Wow, this is great. Okay, this is what's changing. Y'all, I honestly, like, I'm so glad you're here. If you're listening to this message and you're resonating so far. Also, please hit the buttons if you are, but I'm really glad you're here, because this is really, really good news. You have the Empress and the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, remember what I was talking about when I said to be receptive to life, right? This is the change that is happening. You are coming out of a state of healing and isolation, okay, right? In your tower, so to speak. Remember, we were talking about that. Being very defensive of yourself. The Four of Swords is a time of reflection and contemplation and healing and isolation from others. And instead, you're coming into this place of receptivity, which is really, really creating an abundant energy in your life. That's awesome. That's a very awesome message, because that's exactly the energy I was talking about, was like, you know what I mean? To be able to come out into the open again and be receptive to life. And that's exactly what's happening here. And the Nine of Swords in reverse is talking about your anxiety about life is going to start to fade. And you're going to start to sleep better at night, knowing that you have reached some type of milestone here, that you have ended this old cycle of pain and self-defense, right? And you're stepping into a new cycle where you get to be open and expansive and excited about life again. Thank you, Spirit. We love this message. That's awesome. Can we go ahead and get a little bit more on this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which I am very curious about? Three of Wands. Yeah, you've been waiting for your ships to come in, and I feel like that this has been difficult work for you over the years, or, you know, however long this has been going on for you. And I feel like you're starting to get optimistic again about your future. Okay, anything else? You've been waiting for your ships to come in, and I feel like they are. Okay, any other messages for the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Eight of Cups. Wow. Yeah, you are walking away from the past and what doesn't work anymore. Wow, that's crazy that this doesn't work for you anymore. Yep. You're deconstructing and you're reconstructing. You are walking away from the past and the past way of dealing with this, and you're walking into something brand new. And the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You realize now that you have options, and you're starting to fantasize about what's possible for your future. There's that Queen of Cups again. Well, sorry, I did a short reading for TikTok right before I did this one, and the Queen of Cups came out in reverse. There you've got the Lovers and the Hanged One in reverse. So coming out of stagnation and thought, you know, deep contemplation. Thank you, Spirit. Six of Swords in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, what's that all about? Again, starting something new, Page of Pentacles. Six of Swords in reverse, though. I want another card to explain that. What's at the bottom? Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, wow. You're going to be in a place of... excuse me. I have a tickle. You're going to be in a place of self-sufficiency and stability here. So why is the Six of Swords here in reverse? Wow, not abandoning yourself anymore? Interesting. Can we clarify the Six of Swords in reverse? Knight of Swords. I think I need another card on this. Eight of Wands is talking about communication and action, quick communication. Knight of Swords also talks about communication, sometimes harsh communication. Oh, so it's like what happens if you don't move forward is almost kind of the energy. Justice in reverse again, and it landed on the Justice in reverse pile. You've got to be kidding me. Spirit's saying you will prolong your own suffering, basically, if you don't move forward. Wow, holy shit, Spirit. Spirit's fucking slaying today. They're like, honey. That's exactly what this means, because that was the question I asked. Well, what happens if you don't move forward? Because you've got the Six of Swords in reverse. You continue to communicate harshly. You continue to be out of balance. And you prolong your suffering with this injustice. Like you continue to, you maybe even become the perpetrator of injustice. Ten of Wands in reverse. It's time to drop those burdens. Wow. It's time to take out the trash. That's crazy, Spirit. I love you. I really do. Two of Pentacles. Okay. And that was coming out with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I didn't say it out loud, but that's what my intention was. So bottom of the deck is the Strength card. Yeah. You know, it's so funny because in this Two of Pentacles, do you see how there's a scale inside of this Pentacles? So to me, the Two of Pentacles, a lot of times people say, oh, it's about juggling, and they give it really negative connotation. But the Two of Pentacles is really talking about finding balance in your work life, finding balance in your life in general, being able to juggle. Juggling is a skill. I mean, juggling is difficult. So if you're able to juggle all the different things in your life in a balanced way, then that's actually a really good thing. So this is actually talking about every area of your life basically is going to improve. And you're going to have to be brave to do this, to open up and let go. And you're going to have courage. And it literally all starts in here too. Like, I'm just letting you know that it starts in here, and then we let it express through our actions. Like, say, you know, we are trying to open back up to having friends. We're trying to open back up to, you know, going out in public, or maybe starting a YouTube channel. Whatever your kind of thing that you want to open up to that you're afraid of, start trying to take those steps in baby steps here, you know, but start within, because maybe it's something you need to just really, really commit to internally. Okay. Yeah, Two of Swords and Ace of Wands. Remember what we were talking about, that this is an internal process that's happening, where that you are, the Two of Swords to me represents indecision or blocking. So when you are uncertain of the future, right? Ace of Wands, you got a brand new future around the corner, and it's unwritten, but it's brand new. That's for sure. So you may not know the way forward. And so the Two of Swords is a very self-protective energy as well. But when we protect ourselves from the world, we block ourselves off, right? and then we can't see the way forward, so that we end up stuck. And this is what this is talking about, is the stuck energy. And it all originates in the mind. It all originates in the heart, the spirit, right? From within. So it's a very challenging thing to overcome, but you can do it. And Spirit's here to help you. This is an offer from the universe, right? This is new passion, new sense of vigor, like life force energy coming in and really kind of blowing the socks off of this this blockage, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope you understand also, like, I feel like you understand this concept. You maybe just need a little bit of, you maybe just needed a little bit of kind of validation that this is what you're going through, or a little bit of encouragement, or to know that, like, here's the thing. Do you want some specific advice? Like, I wish that y'all could talk back. Like, I want to do lives as soon as I'm able to. Also, if you want to see me do lives, keep interacting with my videos. It helps me build my subscriber count, and then I'm pretty sure that's what allows you to do live readings. But here's what I'm saying. If you want specific advice, I'm having a couple things come to mind, okay? You're trying to open your heart back up. You're trying to feel compassion, okay? Right? Because we have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And to me, this is talking about, in reverse, this is talking about a lack of emotionality, which is part of the reason why this Queen of Swords energy is so strong in your life right now, because you're just like, you put your heart on ice. You're just like, no. You know what I mean? And I think that it would help you to connect with new people, to have heartfelt conversations, be open to hearing about other people's feelings without letting them drain you, okay? You will know. Like, you have to trust yourself. Trust in your own discernment, okay? Trust in yourself. Eight of Wands. Trust yourself to be able to communicate and take action towards people, and vice versa. You know, this is about rapid movement. Like, I think this is going to happen very quickly for you. As soon as you set the intention, you have whatever experience you need to have with Spirit that's going to bust you wide open. And there might be a lot of tears. There might be a lot of, you know, kind of writhing on the floor. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm just kidding. But seriously, though, you know what I mean? You may have, you may need to have a breaking open kind of experience, you know? And once that happens for you, then I feel like you are going to be able to clear that out and to accept more in. So once you set the intention and you tell Spirit, like, this is what the change that I want to see within myself. I've been working so hard on it. I'm giving it up to you. Remember what we were saying earlier, to stop trying, to stop working on it, to just let it go. Just to, like, really release with your energy and your intention, and just say, you know, like, Spirit, I give it up to you. I don't know what to do with this anymore. It's making my life very difficult. I am feeling blocked off to your blessings. I'm feeling blocked off to what it is that I know I deserve, and I'm just continuing to experience the injustice because it's, you know, it's like I'm carrying it with me. So, like, how do I let it go? You know, I trust you, Spirit, to be able to guide me through this. And so I now open myself to you, and I don't want to be afraid anymore. I just want to be okay, you know? So I give it up to you. Let's do this. Okay, I promise you, that is going to, like, Spirit responds. Like, Spirit will respond to that. Spirit's coming for you in a good way. It's coming to help you, okay? I can't believe I said it like that. I'm so sorry. I hope that gave y'all a chuckle, but okay. We're going to pull some advice cards, and then we're going to close out the reading. Thanks again for being here. If you did resonate, please do hit those buttons, and come back again for the next video. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This deck is a very interesting one to shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Any messages for the collective? Any messages for the collective? Whoop. Yeah, get out your meditation pillow, honey. Sit in the sun. Do whatever you need to do. Open yourself up to this, because I feel like Spirit really wants to connect with you again, because it's possible you've just been closed off to everything. Wow, okay. This card says, gossip dies when it hits wise ears. Here's how to get wise. Refuse to hear stories that aren't yours to hear. Refrain from telling stories that aren't yours to tell. If someone comes at you with an, oh my God, did you hear about? Stop them right there and ask them if it's gossip, rumor, dirt, or other such junk. This tends to kill everyone's shit-talking boner. So this is funny because I actually think this card is talking about what I mentioned before about you being able to call other people's bullshit, to be able to spot other people's bullshit. A big red flag indicator is when people talk shit about other people. And it's not like, did you hear that so-and-so like sexually assaulted so-and-so? Like, sorry if that triggered anybody. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not rumors. That's not dirt. That's not talking shit. That is community accountability. And that shit's important, like, because we need to know about this stuff in order to protect one another. So I'm not talking about that stuff. You probably obviously know the difference. But when people are like talking like badly about somebody in like a petty way and like making fun of them and shit, ew, that's trash right there. We don't do that, okay? Now we have, the wound is the place where the light enters you. I think this is very on point here. Pick one time in your life you've been hurt and ask how it made you golden. Okay, this can be really challenging. I'm right here with you. Did it make you more tender-hearted? Did it open you up when you were once closed down? Did that heartbreak lead you to more connection with spirit? Can you get just a little teensy tiny bit grateful for it? Fuck yeah, look at you. You're like a wounded disco ball inside. I'm sorry, I'm just like, fuck you. Well, here's the thing. That you maybe are not at this place yet where that it's making you more tenderhearted. You maybe are not at the place yet where that you are open up, where that you have more connection with spirit because of this heartbreak, but that's where you're going. So that might be what spirit is trying to say with this card, is more so that like this, you will, after this process has completed itself, which it will, okay? Because you already saw what can happen if you don't. You know, if you don't move forward, then you just continue to be in a state of imbalance and injustice, and you may even become the perpetrator of injustice by communicating harshly with people because of your own defensiveness. And that's not what you want. I know that's not what you want. So what Spirit's trying to say is that when this process is over, weirdly enough, and as annoying as it sounds, you're going to be grateful for it. Because you are going to be so much more connected with spirit than you've ever been in your life. And you are going to be so much more tender-hearted and open-hearted than you've ever been in your entire life. And I can really, really feel that for you. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here. This was a really beautiful message, even though I know it was challenging. Thank you for sticking it out if you have. I really, really believe in you. You know, I'm rooting for you, okay? So you've got this. Spirit's got your back. You're going to get right to where you need to be. It's all going to be okay, all right? I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.